is Mindy Grace, and you're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
This is Handsome Scott Hansen, charmed, I'm sure, and you are watching the I-70 Hot Tag. And Handsome said it, so you know it's real.
This is Nixie XS, and you're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
What's up, guys? I'm the Spotlight Logan Knight, and you are watching the brightest podcast in the world for professional wrestling, the I-70 Hot Tag.
I'm the natural Atlas Armstrong, and you're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
What's up, everybody? It is one half of the beautiful people and 7-time women's world champion Angelina Love. And aren't you lucky? You are watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
Hey, I'm Marcus Buff Bagwell, and you are watching the I-70 Hot Tag, baby. Check it out, and remember, no matter what, I'm buff, and I'm still the stuff.
And now, CR Media presents the I-70 Hot Tag with your host, Chaos Chase, and the real Josh Elliott.
I was like, what is this fuckery we have going on? Ladies and gentlemen, it is the I-70 Hot Tag. I'm your host, Chase, CR Media. This is my co-host, Josh, the real Josh Elliott. And we've got a special show in store for you. Guys, as we talked about in the beginning, or not in the beginning, but last week when we came back, we're going to do things a little bit differently. We're still going to have an interview. We've got a must-see TV, Colton Vaught, on tonight. Super excited for this. But then right after this interview, we're going to talk about the very first SmackDown that was in Kansas City at Kemper Arena, going all the way back to August 26, 1999 at Kemper Arena, man. And fun fact, it was actually August 24th because SmackDown would happen on Tuesdays, and then they would have the replays on Thursdays. So yes. Super excited for this. Josh, how you been, man?
I've been good, man. Been a fun week. I'm glad to be back. Second episode back in God, a year I feel like. So episode 95.
This is weird. I don't know what to do with ourselves on this one. You know?
I know. What do we do?
Yeah, exactly. Appreciate everybody joining. My good friend Alex, all the way up from Long Island, New York, says, "Holy hell, Chase, you look fantastic." Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Any compliments I can get nowadays, I'll take. Broderick Hall, appreciate Brody joining. Broderick says, "Colton Vaught fucks." That, according to the kids, is cool. So we'll run with it. We'll run with it. So,
speaking of Broderick Hall, this episode is brought to you by Broderick Hall Insurance. If you're looking for some insurance, go check out Broderick Hall over in Grandview, Missouri.
Absolutely. You say what kind of insurance? Well, I'm going to tell you: home, auto, life, business, anything you can think of. Broderick can take care of you. He is Kansas and Missouri licensed, so don't hesitate to pick up the phone and give him a call. They're going to take fantastic care of you over there. All right. We are live on YouTube and Facebook on the I-70 Hot Tag. We are also live on Fountain City Pro's Twitch channel. Just kind of throwing it out there, man. We are Fountain City Pro's exclusive podcast, I guess you could say. I guess that makes us sound cooler, right, Josh?
Absolutely.
There you go. Josh,
Brian Rue's in the house.
Yeah, Brian Rue's in the house. Coming in hot. Why don't you tell everybody about our guest last week and where they can watch that episode?
Yeah, so we had handsome Scott Hansen on the show last week as our return of the I-70 Hot Tag. You can go check that out on the YouTube page. You can go search up the I-70 Hot Tag. There is a playlist for every single episode all the way back to April of 2022 was our very first episode. You can go back and check that out. And it's there, and as will this episode as well. And eventually I'm going to upload these a little bit. I don't know. We'll talk about it, where else you can find it. The video library is all on YouTube, though. Go check it out.
See, I tried to hook my stuff up. I tried to hardwire it. I think I'm still hooked up via Wi-Fi. Yeah, I apologize, guys. If I'm glitching tonight, as long as y'all can hear me, that's what matters. Josh, we're not going to break tradition, man. We're going to keep it cool around here. Introduce the guest tonight.
Yes, I'm super excited about this. It's been a long time coming. You have seen him down in Mid-States Wrestling primarily, but he's also traveled up here to Kansas City. He made his Fountain City Pro debut not that long ago. He's also in mixed martial arts and fights in a cage for real. I'm ready, and I'm excited to bring in our guest tonight, must-see TV, Colton Vaught.
Hey, yeah. What's good, baby?
What's up, man? How you doing?
What is up, you killers? I am so happy to be here with you guys. For real, thank you for having me.
Man, so I got to ask you, like, right out of the gate, man. You said you got to go to work soon, right?
Oh, yeah, baby. We got an overnight shift.
Are you working overnights, like, normally? Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. It works best with my training schedule.
Yeah, the energy you bring definitely omits that of somebody who works overnight. So.
Yeah, we those white monster guys, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. All I do is everything is based around training and getting better for pro wrestling and MMA. I work at a gym here in town in Springfield, Missouri. So I just got done training here at Infinity Martial Arts. We got done. I'll eat something, shower, and then I'll shoot over there to that gym, and I'll fold some towels and tell everybody to have a good workout.
There you go.
All night.
So kind of getting into it, man. I wanted to ask you because, Josh left off a couple of places where you have been. I know you've been at CSW as well. I know you rock it over at Trailblazer too. So, I mean, you've got what, 4 or 5 different places?
Absolutely. Wrestling for a Cause in Oklahoma. I mean, I'll rotate anywhere from Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, man, anywhere in that area that I can. And, you know, I started in St. Louis area with Harley Race. So, I mean, anywhere, man. You let me go and I'll go wrestle, bro. Just get me to a freaking ring, bro. I don't care where, man.
Nice. So you started with World League Wrestling?
Correct. Yeah. I started training with Harley. Harley was still alive in 2018. And I started there in early 2018 with Moses, the Deliverer, Raheem De La Suede, another cat named Austin, not Molitalo, is Austin Cravens. And yeah, man, we broke in there at Harley's, and we were one of the last classes that Harley taught before he passed away. And so I broke, World League Wrestling is what got me into it, man. We were killing it up there. We had a great time, bro. I'm blessed for my time at World League.
Awesome. Let's talk about the other venture you have going on. And because this is crazy to me, bro. So you mentioned on social media you're gonna have you had your MMA fight Saturday. Saw
Correct,
you won.
yeah.
Saw you smash that dude.
Yes, sir, bro.
Yeah. and then this Saturday you're gonna wrestle for
Mid-States.
Yeah.
Mid-States. So that's like you said, like that's an unknown thing going from an MMA fight to a pro wrestling fight.
Bro, I don't know if anybody's actually done it. I made a joke that I don't know if this has ever been done in U.S. history. I could definitely see some cat in Japan definitely doing some MMA and pro wrestling probably in one night. Those guys go hard, bro, back in the day. But, like, I would say I don't think that's ever been done. I don't know if anybody is as active as me, and I don't mean that in a cocky way whatsoever. I really do mean I don't know if anybody bounces between MMA and pro wrestling as quick as I do, as often as I do, man. I am truly in both sports full time. It's wild, man. I want people to know I have so much love for them, and it shows through. And I want to do them. I want to be as active as I can in both.
Gotcha.
Speaking of switching back and forth so quick, like how is that for you to go from professional wrestling to in the ring in a cage?
It's the greatest thing ever. I feel like a kid in a candy store, man. The fact that I'm doing this, I saw Brock do this ever since I saw him wear them Jimmy John shorts on the E, bro. I have been wanting to do this, man. I knew it was possible. Anytime I see somebody do something, I know it's possible. And if I tell myself I could do something, I know it's possible. So I love it. I feel like I'm playing a video game. I feel like I'm playing, SmackDown versus Raw, and I pop it out and I threw in UFC, man. And it's my life. I love this, bro. It's my two loves combining, and I get to do it within 7 days apart. This is wild, man. I love life. This is awesome.
So I got to ask you, man, like what is, with the two, last Saturday and then this Saturday, what is the training, the diet? Kind of talk to us about that. Like, how were you preparing for November 8th? And now how are you preparing for this Saturday?
So it's very similar. I tell everybody, I get that question a lot, man. And I'm a fighter. In pro wrestling, I'm a fighter. I scrap, man. I don't get it twisted. At the end of the day, I'm going to scrap in a pro wrestling ring too. So the training is so similar that the diet is always locked in. Training is my cardio is always going to be on point so I can give the fans the best Colton Vaught they could possibly get, man. I would just say that I train to be a true athlete and I train to be a true fighter. And so it's easy to bounce between either one because at the end of the day, it's real fight, baby. I get down and I crack in either ring. So the training is basically trained to be the greatest athlete that I can possibly be, to jump as high as I can, to run faster than other cats. Man, it's just and fight harder than anybody. And I feel like I'm doing really, 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 really good at that right now.
Yeah. You said you started back in 2018 with WLW. Was wrestling first or was MMA first?
So MMA was not taken. I didn't take it as seriously at first. So I always tell people pro wrestling was first. Pro wrestling was the one that at 2018, we were going up there, clocking in the hours. I still lived in Springfield, and I would just bartend on the weekends and then drive up and live in Harley's in Troy in the World League Wrestling headquarters. I would sleep like in the back and just train there every day. But like, what was the question? I'm so sorry, bro.
No, I was asking which one came first, wrestling or MMA?
Oh, bro, yeah. So I would say I started doing full-time wrestling first. I had an official pro wrestling match before I had an official MMA fight. But I had been doing, karate when I was younger and stuff of that nature. It's not until 2019 until I found Infinity Martial Arts, which is where I'm at right now, that I started training every single day, and then my coaches got in my ear that I should fight. So when it came first, I was with Harley and then I started doing MMA. But I trained martial arts first.
Now, do you plan your fights out around your pro wrestling schedule, or is it easier to plan your pro wrestling schedule around your fights?
So it's tough, man. This is the hardest part, really, because I really feel like I'm always letting somebody down at the end of the day. That's the only downside is the scheduling. I usually try and get a basis of the companies that I'm working with for pro wrestling, and then I make a pretty solid template. And then from there, when a fight opportunity arises, I try and give them, I can usually get it 2 to 3 months in advance, and I call and make the necessary cancellations. And it does suck. Those calls are the worst. I've had to do them with you. I've had to do them with multiple people. And thankfully, they understand. I think my AirPods just died. Can you guys hear me still? Perfect. Okay. So, I have great promoters that work with me in the pro wrestling side and understand that I have to do both, and they're understanding, and they give me the time off so I can properly prepare and do that, because the last 4 weeks to 5 weeks of fight camp are very, very rough. And so pro wrestling sometimes can take a toll on my body in that sense, and a lot of times I'm cutting weight, so I'm already in a more fragile state. So pro wrestling schedule is built, and then MMA fights are jammed in there, and then I kind of have to cancel pro wrestling bookings around that. And it sucks. I hate it. I wish there was a better solution. And if either of you smart cats come up,
no, you're. I mean, I wasn't gonna bring that up, man. But when you sent me that message, it was like, what are you gonna say? Like, no, man, that. No, I mean,
you said the thing.
You're a great worker. You're a great worker. You got great presence in the crowd. Your energy is unmatched. I mean, like, and what's funny is like, people who are watching this, like, if you go see Colton Vaught and you see him come out of the curtain and you see the energy that he brings, I guarantee you that he is like that before he hits the curtain. When he walks in the building, just due to the energy and the aura is just, it's off the chart.
Bro, you make me feel good, baby. You're making me feel real good, man. I'm telling you, man. I saw, bro, for real. That means the world. I saw a documentary when I was younger, and it was on Michael Jordan, and bro, he said, you got to play for those people that are seeing Michael Jordan for the first time. And that stuck with me, man. And if somebody's coming to see me for the first time, if they spent their hard-earned money, as cliche as it is, man, I'll go crazy. I'll lose an eyeball for you. I'll tear my ear off. We're gonna go wild, man. We're gonna have the craziest night of our life, man. I'm gonna dump, but I'm gonna finish, give you every bit of energy I have, man. So that means the world that it's noticed, man. That really means the freaking world, bro. For real. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Let's
My bad.
no, I'm gonna give a shout out to the chat here. We got Justin Bundy in the house, Brian Ruse is here, Hunter Dillon. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We do have a question. We'll ask Hunter Dillon. Says what's your favorite way to finish an opponent in wrestling and or MMA?
Knocking them out or making them tap out. Man, I would love to knock them out, man. Knocking out is kind of against their choice. Tapping them out, man. That man quit. You got a little bit over him, man. You made that guy think for a second that he couldn't do it. I really like when somebody taps out because then they have to go home and remember you. I really love it. This weekend I got a rear naked choke, and the dude was a warrior. Shout out to him. He did not tap out. And
Yeah, I saw that.
As much as I love that dude and a warrior, that's pretty satisfying too. So if you made me pick one, making somebody tap out leaves no questions asked. That man quit. I like that. I like making somebody choose to quit, but knocking him out's nice too. That's a great question, man. Whoever that was, great question. Rear naked choke's my favorite though. I love a rear naked choke.
Absolutely. Shout out to Hunter Dillon for asking that question. I know you probably know Brian Roos. He follows.
That's my guy.
Yeah, he follows everybody. And Brian's always got stuff to say. So I'm gonna ask you both. I'm gonna ask two questions that he asked. How long till we see Colton on AEW? Have you done some work for AEW?
Yeah, man. I was actually doing extra work for Wrestle Dream October 18th. Man, we were there and they've treated me so incredibly well. There's so much to learn. There's so much to learn when you're in a place like that, surrounded by great people, man. It's a great experience. And every time that I go there, not only do I learn, but I just soak in a ton of knowledge, and the experience alone it raises my game. And so it really lights a fire under me every time I work with them. But yeah, I've worked with them 4 times now. It's been fun, man. It's a blessing.
Brian's counter question to that is, how long till we see Ray Leon versus Colton Vaught?
Hey, that is a banger that has been asked about multiple times.
That is.
Ray himself is an incredible shooter as well. So I think this just stylistically, in my mind, styles make everything. Styles make fights. Style makes pro wrestling matches. And that's a style that I think the people could really get into. Ray cooks there. That'd be some jambalaya or whatever it is, bro. You make a big pot, bro. We gonna cook, baby. We gonna cook. I would like that.
Yeah.
Ryan, why are you always asking good questions? You know I love you, bro. Good stuff. Keep them coming.
Let's jump down to Harrison, Arkansas. They're going to be this weekend, Mid-States Wrestling. What you got going on this weekend for Mid-States?
Mid-States, I know there's a 15-man battle royal that's off there. I would like an opportunity to prove myself in a singles or tag match, whatever it may be, just so I can officially say that I have I've done the 2 matches within 7 days. I'm going to be knocking on doors, and I'm going to be breaking down doors to make sure that I get to work this weekend. So if you're in that Harrison area, you better get down there, because I'm gonna cause some chaos to make sure I set some history. So you will see me wrestle this weekend. I promise you that. I don't know. There's nothing official, but I'm going to get in that battle royal. I can tell you that because there's a title on the line, and I'm going to definitely be working. I'm going to be working, baby.
I like it. You mentioned, kind of starting off in the St. Louis area. Are you still working in the St. Louis area?
Man, I haven't worked in the St. Louis area in years, and I know one of y'all cats is going to see this up here. Get me back up there, bro. That's where I started. Get me back up there. Let me get some of your guys, bro. It's one of you guys up there. I don't work St. Louis area now, to answer your question. I haven't worked it since World League Wrestling, and there is nothing but love up there for STL. So please get me back to the Lou. I need back up there, man.
Absolutely.
Is there anybody on the local independent scene, whether it be in Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, who hope to at some point in your career?
I really like Riley Grimm in Oklahoma. I think that kid is the truth. He's like 19, 20 years old. Kid's the truth. Man, there is a couple cats in. I've never actually worked Kenny. I've never worked Kenny Alfonso, bro. I need Kenny. I need Jeremy Wyatt. That was one that was scheduled that I didn't get to do because of the fight. Jeremy Wyatt's a freaking legend. Everybody in the CSW locker room, every single person. If me and Moonshine ever got in there, it'd be absolute fireworks. Man, the list goes on. I want to face everybody. I'm greedy. I want every single person.
I like it.
So, are you still in the Springfield area, Colton?
Yeah. So I'm definitely in the Springfield area. That's where I'm at right now in the gym. I live in a little town called Billings. It's like 30 minutes outside of this, maybe 25 outside of Springfield. I lived in Springfield forever. Just recently moved out there in the past year. But yeah, Springfield area, baby. I'm pretty close to Arkansas too. So wherever. Springfield's nice because we're right here by Oklahoma, Arkansas, everything.
Oh yeah.
Little triangle.
My brother, my older brother, he's 15 years older than me. And when he graduated high school, he moved to Springfield. And bro, he's never left. He did a short few years in LA, came back. Now he's kind of like closer to the Branson area, Springfield. But I mean that area, he's always been there. Like that's.
Yeah, I love it, man. Branson, I love me some Branson too, baby. That's my stuff, man. I love Branson. Give me a Silver Dollar City all month, bro.
I'm not so much
we got good food.
I'm not real big on Branson, so to speak, but Table Rock Lake is my shit. So,
yes, bro. Table Rock Lake, man. Like I said, I just judge places off food. I'm fresh off a weight cut, so I'm only thinking about the food the places can provide me in wrestling.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Colton. It doesn't look like you think about food very much.
Yeah, bro. Everybody say that, man. I
look like I think about food. You don't look like you think that much about food.
Appreciate that, man. I promise I'll be thinking about food, man. And I love it. I love my sweet treats, bro. If you catch me in that, I don't know who needs to hear this, but that like Walmart like marketplace over there that you got right when you walk into Walmart might be the most underrated thing on this earth, bro. I could find every sweet treat under the earth. Like, man, that place is banger, bro. I mean, I haven't had sweet treats in so long. That might be why I'm talking about them so hard. I've been in a 4 or 5 day donut bender since my fight. So, man, it's been bad. You guys got Hertz Donuts up there? And I'm not making we have a thing called Hertz Donuts here.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I don't think we do up here. I think
I haven't. Yeah.
Like a Springfield.
I need you guys, or I'm gonna bring them up to Kansas City. Actually, next time Fountain City. It's called Hertz Donut. I'm gonna bring you guys some of the craziest donuts you have ever had in your life, man. They were staring at me for 12 weeks down here, and now that weight cut's over, I'm gonna put a dent in them. I'm gonna bring them up to you guys, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring them up.
We got a Big Daddy's Donuts up here.
Oh, Big Daddy? Is that where I gotta go when I come up there, man?
Yep. That's
is they got crazy creative ones like the cake type?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They've got a maple bacon one.
Oh yes, man.
Oh my
God. Maple bacon's the way. We got a maple bacon here. The one that's big here is the Cookie Monster. It's super good. It's it literally looks like the Cookie Monster off Sesame Street, blue icing, covered in Oreos, covered in chocolate chips. It's a banger, bro. It's a banger.
So, I know you're a little bit, got a little bit of time, time crunch. So, but I want to ask you, I asked Scott this last week, and it's something I want to keep doing. You're in Springfield. You don't have a whole, you got a 3 or 4 hour drive. And brother, that's probably about my max. I think we did a 4-hour drive to Des Moines in September. Fowler, this promoter, invited us up there. We went, and like I said, man, I like hitting the road, but after about 4 hours, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I gotta get a hotel or something. But if you and me were leaving Springfield and we were going to Des Moines or Oklahoma or Harrison or Kansas City, and you're my road dog, which means you got to control the music, Colton, what are we listening to, bro?
Well, bro, for one, I have to. So I've learned this. I cannot start off with music. I have to start out with a podcast, because I noticed that if I start off with music, that my energy is too high for the whole trip, and that a lot of people are too gassed up, and they tell me to calm down, and they tell me to stop, and they tell me to chill out. So usually the first thing that we're going to do is they usually do something to nullify me, and that's a true crime podcast. The first thing that we're going to turn on is a true crime or a conspiracy theory podcast, and they're just going to absolutely just nullify me. And that's going to be, if it's 4 hours for 3 hours and 30 minutes, we're podcasting, and then the last 30 minutes, you're going to absolutely let me blow the door down with it's going to be an insane mix. We'll bounce from metal, we'll go to rap, we'll go to hip hop. My stuff right now, I'm big on just 90s hip hop, just MF Doom. I know it's not 90s, but bro, I just like to melt my face right before, and it doesn't matter the genre. But yeah, so if it's a 4-hour roadie, 3 hours and 30 minutes are dedicated to pods, so I don't get amped up. And then the last 30 minutes, I'm melting my face off with every genre that gives me a raised heart rate, man. That is the Road Warrior success right there. Don't go melting your face off in the first 30 minutes. It won't work, man.
Yeah,
you'll make everybody in the car mad.
Yeah, man. I'm about the same way. I don't listen to no podcasts though. I always listen to music.
But can you music the whole time?
The whole time, bro. And it's driver side karaoke for me. And like if my wife is in the car, my wife has to put in her wireless earbuds so she can listen to her murder thriller.
Yo!
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. She gets it. She gets it, man. Bro, what are you jamming? What are you jamming?
Everything.
What you have any music certain in genre?
No, it's everything, bro. It's everything from like Katy Perry to Elvis Presley to Killswitch Engage to Under Oath to Tupac to
absolutely.
Yeah,
I will admit I usually end with a James Brown song. I don't know why. I always usually end with a James Brown song. Something about James Brown, I feel like a zap of energy hits me from his soul, bro. I don't know. Him screaming, bro. Like, as soon as wow, bro, that is one of the best ways I can enter a show. Man. It's a man's world, bro. He can go slow or he can speed it up on you, bro. And if I'm lacking energy, I'll pull up a James Brown live performance and watch that man profusely sweat, bro. My man got it, bro. My man poured his soul into that stage, bro. That'll get me going, bro. A James Brown concert, yeah.
Definitely poured a lot of his soul in. A little bit of cocaine in it.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He's crazy, baby.
Oh, shit. All right. As we kind of wind this thing down, I'm going to ask one more question from the chat. Hunter Dillon with another one here. It's a good one. If you could write a letter to a younger Colton Vaught, what would it say?
You followed it, bro. You did. You did what you said you would do, man. You think we don't have any regrets yet. We literally did exactly what we saw Brock Lesnar do. You are about to fight, and you are about to have a pro wrestling match within 7 days of each other. So, I mean, good job, but job's not done, bro. We got a long ways to go. I guess that's now it's old Colton telling young Colton, dream bigger. We got a lot of shit to do.
There you go. There you go.
Man, you guys are awesome. Man, you got that good question, bro. Why are you guys so good to me, bro? For real.
Love it. Talk to us about your future bookings. What do you got? Give us your next bookings over the next few weeks or over the next month.
Absolutely. So right now, next week we're gonna be Mid-States Wrestling. Man, I'm gonna have to look because I canceled so many for this fight that I have to go and retouch with people and see what the reboot is. I wish I had more dates to give you, but check on my Facebook because they're going to be popping up like crazy. And I promise I'm going to be in your Kansas City area. I'm going to be in your Springfield area. And I'm going to be out in Oklahoma. So be ready to see me, baby.
Are you Missouri licensed, Colton?
Oh, baby. We're Missouri licensed hard. I got Missouri MMA, Missouri Pro Wrestling, Missouri Corner. If you got a license for Missouri, I basically got it right now, baby.
I like it. I like it.
Speaking of keeping up with your Facebook, where can everybody follow you on social media?
Instagram is at Colton Vaught. X is at Vaught Colton. And on Facebook, it is Colton Vaught. Or you can follow the personal athlete page right now, Colton Vaught. That's the way too, man. Follow them both. I promise I'll give you a like back.
There you go.
I like it. Are you selling merchandise?
I got merchandise, baby. You can go ahead and order a t-shirt on that bad guy. And we got a new design coming out at the beginning of this year. So thank you so much for asking me about that. We got multiple shirts. They're all video game based. Right now, the NFL Blitz one is definitely flying off there. And we have the classic 8-bit one, man. Grab you a t-shirt, bro. Rep some Colton Vaught.
Where can people find those t-shirts?
You can find those on my social media as well. I actually have a link tree that I'm going to be dropping in the next 2 weeks, and it's going to be all the goodies on there. We'll actually have a link just for t-shirts. Thank you for asking about
Hell
that.
yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, Colton, dude, we greatly appreciate you. Thank you for coming on here. If we like to close out every single interview, as you saw kind of in the opening, we like to make you full screen and ask if you turn up the gimmick a little bit, which I probably won't be too terribly hard for you.
Hey, baby, that's just me. That's easy.
And say, this is CTV, and you're watching the I-70 Hot Tag.
Hey, make me go full screen. I'm ready.
Yeah, when you get full screen, you can start.
Hey, this is Colton Vaught, must-see TV, and you are watching the I-70 Hot Tag. Boom! Gosh, you love it.
I like it. I like it.
Hey, thank you guys so much for having me. For real, guys. You guys are the freaking best.
Absolutely, sir. We appreciate you joining us. We appreciate you chopping it up with us. Appreciate you letting people know where they can find you, see more of you. Well, we will be in touch. Fountain City Pro has a Missouri date, January 15th. That's on a Thursday. I hope that's not out of your realm.
That sounds good to me, man.
I like it. I don't hate it, baby. All right, Colton. We appreciate you. Have a
See you,
great
bud.
night. Kill it at
Bless
work.
you guys. Thank you. Thank you
Take
so
care.
much.
Absolutely. Man,
All right.
energy, bro.
What a great interview, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Off the chart.
Broderick Hall knows this dude is great. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got Nick Chin calling me. He's since he's not here, I'm going to talk shit about him. Nick Chin has ghosted me. We're supposed to have a phone conversation. He's ghosted me like the past 4 nights in a row. So he's calling in the middle of the show. So there he is. There he Yes, I knew it. Funny is I'll get so busy, I'll do the same shit to Chin, where Chin will like try to call me like 4 or 5 days in a row, and I'm like, I'm either busy, passed out, whatever. So now I think what he's doing is he's actually giving me a piece of my own medicine, is what he's doing. So, Dean Houston, man, appreciate Dean coming in.
Dean
just got done interviewing Colton Vaught. We're not doing a break, right?
No, sir.
Okay, cool. Just got done interviewing Colton Vaught. Colton, fantastic young kid who's doing MMA and pro wrestling in the Missouri, Oklahoma, like all over the place. So definitely check him out if you haven't. Like I said, Colton's energy is second to none. Little play on words there. Maybe we see Kenny Alfonso versus Colton Vaught sometime in the future. So this is the part where we're gonna talk about, like, this is something that we've decided to implement into the thing. The show is where we talk about old wrestling shows that have happened in Kansas City, and we thought, like, what a better way to start this off than to do it with the first episodic show of SmackDown that took place in Kansas City, August 24th, because it happened on Tuesday and they replayed it on Thursday on August 26th. Josh, I'll kind of let you lead us into it, man.
Yeah, man. So this is the first episode of SmackDown, as Chase said, August 24th, 1999, Kemper Arena, Kansas City, Missouri. And this is going to feel a little bit similar to what I've been doing the last year or so. We're going to break down this nostalgic wrestling show.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited for it. Now, you were not at this show, were you?
I was.
You were.
So, funny story. I was supposed to go to this show with Mickey Phillips, and
I've heard that name in forever.
Yeah. And so at the time, it was like a week and a half before the event. There was a house show in Kansas City as well. And which is crazy that a house show would be that close. But my mom's boyfriend was replacing a garage door literally right up the street from Mickey's house. So I went with her because I knew it was like a block away. So I walked to Mickey's house, knocked on the door. His mom answered and informed me that they were at wrestling. And bro, I panicked because I was supposed to be going to SmackDown with them. I was like, oh my God, like, did I forget? Like, did they go to SmackDown without me? You know? So, yeah. And it's crazy because, you know, like we mentioned, the first SmackDown was shortly after WrestleMania, in April. And it was
a test, wasn't it?
Huh?
That was like a test episode, wasn't it?
It was. So it had no branding for SmackDown at all. It was a Raw stage. Didn't say Raw, but it was just like, it even had like the red ropes. It was weird. It was different. So This was the actual launch of the SmackDown brand. This had the stage, you know, the ovals that everybody came to know, the cool entrance video that used to play before the SmackDown games, you know, just all the different stuff that made it actually what it was, you know, SmackDown. Yeah.
Sorry. I was on the Google machine. We have did you want to jump into the, crazily enough, 5 dark matches that happened on this card? Did you just want to jump into the main topics?
Yeah, we can go into the main one. You know, we're at 43 minutes. You know, keep us at an hour, you know, or under an hour. I will say though, one of the dark matches was Kurt Angle, and I can't remember exactly when Kurt Angle debuted. I think that was prior to his debut.
Yeah, I think it was. I think he debuted in '99, so I don't know if it was.
It was late. It was late '99, and I want to say it was actually Survivor Series of 1999.
You might be right.
What's crazy is we both have Google machines in front of us, and we don't use them. So
yeah, we don't.
Here we go.
We don't. He faced the California Kid, if you guys were wondering.
Do you? Okay, he made his television debut on March 7th, 1999.
Okay, so yeah, he had already debuted.
And on Sunday Night Heat, and his in-ring debut. But what's the difference between in-ring and television?
In-ring would be his first match.
Okay.
And television would just be appearing on TV.
Okay, so but Sunday Night Heat was on TV, so that's dumb. Anyways, this is why AI sucks, guys. This is why AI sucks. Because according to AI, it says Kurt Angle had 2 significant WWE debuts: his television debut on March 7th of '99 on Sunday Night Heat, and his in-ring debut on November 14th, '99 at Survivor Series.
Well, maybe he debuted on Heat but didn't wrestle.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know why you debut on Heat. That's kind of.
I don't know why you would wait 6 months to debut.
Yeah, you're right.
You're
right.
Okay.
You're right.
Before we kind of get into this, it is
Yeah.
crazy. Like, you know, I don't do a whole lot of like going back and watching old Attitude Era stuff. Chin says, "What about his ECW debut?" Yeah, we're gonna pass on that, buddy. Go watch the ECW documentary to learn about that. Anyways, you know, I don't do a whole lot of like rewatching like Attitude Era stuff. And it's funny because like I watched it and the show just seems so like fast paced, and it seems like it almost seems like indie, which is crazy. So, yeah. Do you wanna just jump into it, or?
Yeah, that's fine. The first match on TV, outside of all the dark matches, featured Double J, Jeff Jarrett, came out with Miss Kitty and Deborah, taking on Mr. Ass Billy Gunn, who, crazily enough, what is this, 20-something years ago? And he is still absolutely killing it and is jacked today.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild. But
Yeah.
Mr. Ass defeated Jeff Jarrett in the first match on SmackDown.
Yeah, but you know, the show kicked off with Triple H. Triple H, and this is also what's crazy. You talk about like the landscape of how different WWE was at the time. Triple H was the WWF champion, and he had just won the WWF title on Monday night. So, like that's crazy to me that like they had, you know, and that obviously it's not the only time, but to think like in the year of 98 and 99, like 1999 was arguably the peak year for WWE. And to think that they're throwing title matches on like SmackDowns and Raws and doing title changes on SmackDowns and Raws. And, you know, it's crazy to me, especially for like how much like the media and like publications chastise WCW for putting like championship matches on.
Goldberg over Hogan.
Little bit different. You know, Goldberg Hogan was a pay-per-view marquee match.
Yeah.
You know, but still like it's very interesting to go back and watch it with a different set of eyes than what you had back then. UPN network, that's crazy. That's a little bit of nostalgia for you.
Throwback.
WB and UPN merged to become the CW, but at the time when the show debuted, it was the UPN network. Bunch of things happening. There was 3 title matches on this card. Chris Jericho's in-ring debut. He had just debuted a couple of weeks prior. And Test had just asked Stephanie to marry him on Monday Night Raw. And this should have been a red flag of how this marriage was going to go, because she told him that she was going to wait to give him an answer, and then made it to SmackDown. I can't say I've ever asked a woman to marry me and she's told me no, or maybe later, but I can't imagine the embarrassment that guy must have felt asking her to marry him on national TV. And she goes, "Let me think about it." But yeah, man, Triple H comes out, cuts the promo. He's still with China. He's talking about being the new WWF champion. The Rock comes out. The Rock challenges him. Shawn Michaels makes an appearance. And again, this is something that, you know, you're kind of looking at. When we were younger, it just seemed like a new TV show. Going back and watching it, man, like they put a lot into this. Like it was a big deal. You know, the 3 title matches, Shawn Michaels making an appearance. Shawn Michaels wasn't on weekly television. He was a special attraction because he was the commissioner. So, you know, he comes out and makes the match official. and we're off to the races. Shane McMahon actually says he's going to double referee with him, and Sean's like, nope, because my control as commissioner means that I get to book wrestlers, and you since you wrestled at SummerSlam, you are an active wrestler, so tonight you're going to wrestle against the man who you cost the WWF championship, and it was Mankind. Mankind comes out, bunch of chaos, blah blah blah. But yeah, we get to the Jeff Jarrett one, and Jeff Jarrett is with Deborah still, because Deborah didn't go back to WCW when Jeff Jarrett left WWE to go back to WCW. So Deborah stayed in WWE. So this was prior to them, splitting up in some way, shape, or form. But he did have an extra valet who was Miss Kitty, who would later on become the Cat, and also married Jerry the King Lawler. So
yes. So and Jeff Jarrett, I think, was only a couple months away from jumping back to WCW. I'm pretty sure. I think it was later in '99 when he left.
Yeah, it had to have been late '99 because I don't think he was in WWE for 2000. But in this match, he was the Intercontinental Champion. It was a non-title match. Billy Gunn won with a roll-up holding the tights. And then Chyna came out to interfere, and somehow she had something going on. That man versus woman thing, which is, something we'll talk about, about how times have definitely changed from pro wrestling in '99 than what it is now. And this was one of those things. They leaned heavily on chauvinistic bullshit. Like, Jared was, down talking women all the time, like Deborah and Miss Kitty, and Chyna was the woman who was going to prove to him that women were equal. And it was, like I said, it was different show. Definitely.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we actually just covered. It was on when you said the 1999 episode, we covered. It was Disco Inferno facing off against Jacqueline in a WCW event, and it was the same thing. Like it was in '99. The same kind of stuff happened on the other channel. So
before we continue on, because people watching don't know this, Josh was not a WWE fan at this time. Josh was a loyal WCW watcher until the end. And if Josh watched both, he would know that WCW stole a shit ton of ideas from WWE.
Oh yeah.
That was one of them.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And to his point, like when this happened live, I was not watching this live. I was watching, TNT, or I guess at this point Thunder was a thing in '99. So
yep.
I was not watching WWE in the '90s. So, so let's jump into the first title match that you said, the first of three, the WWF Tag Team Champions, the Unholy Alliance, The Undertaker and the Big Show come in as the champions with Paul Bearer, and they're taking on Kane and X-Pac and the APA, Bradshaw and Farouk.
They weren't the APA yet. They were just the Acolytes.
That's right.
They hadn't become the APA yet, which is funny. It was weird because as I was rewatching this back, I remember what happened, but I didn't remember some stuff, and I totally forgot about like Undertaker's like weird like drift. So after he lost, after he had lost to Austin to get the title in the summertime, he just kind of like drifted and started doing tag matches with the Big Show. And then like he was doing like this weird thing where he was trying to teach the Big Show tough love, and it was a weird character drift. And it's funny because Taker would actually go off TV less than a month later and not be seen again until he does a complete like character change and becomes the American Badass. So this is one of the last few times that you see the Undertaker before that happens.
Yep. So the Unholy Alliance retains. I can't remember who got the pin.
Big Show did, because Taker sat outside the ring
That's right.
the entire time and did commentary, and then Big Show came out there, and Taker was upset that Big Show would look like he was losing, so he slapped Big Show. Big Show went back in the ring, choke slammed X-Pac, got the 1, 2, 3. Other fun fact: Theodore Long was the referee in this match. So kind of just calling back. We saw Theodore Long go from being a manager to a referee, back to being a manager, and then a general manager, an on-screen general manager. So I kind of popped a little bit when I was like, oh, that's Teddy Long.
Yep. Yep. I wanted to chat about the next match because it is one of my favorites, and I've had a discussion about this before. I want to get your opinion on it.
Your favorite?
I said one of my. I'm not going to say one of my favorite matches. I'm saying one of my favorite big men in wrestling.
Okay.
And that's the Big Boss Man.
Because Josh is talking about the Big Boss Man and Al Snow.
Yes.
And, prior to this, they had shown Al Snow, because what had happened was Al Snow had a tiny little chihuahua. And again, WWE playing on pop culture.
Oh.
This was after Taco Bell stopped using the chihuahua in their commercials. In fact, I think they still were. They might have been on the tail end of it, but this was, again, something that WWE pulled from pop culture to kind of stay mainstream, because every Monday night, everybody was watching Monday Night Raw. And so Big Boss Man had kidnapped Al Snow's Chihuahua, Pepper, in order to get a hardcore title shot. And Nick Chin knows. Obviously, this comes later. This wasn't at the same event, but, this match, Big Boss Man came out and said, I've got Pepper. I'll give him back to you, win, lose, or draw. All you have to do is give me a hardcore title shot right now. And Al Snow agreed. Al Snow lost, and then Big Boss Man still took Pepper with him.
Pepper and the title.
Yes. And for those that don't know, for maybe people who weren't watching WWE at the time, or maybe aren't old enough to remember, or are too old to remember, Big Boss Man ended up feeding Pepper to Al Snow, which led to one of the most disastrous matches in pay-per-view WWE history. Fantastic, phenomenal concept. Part of it. It was the Kennel from Hell match, which was a steel cage with a Hell in a Cell over it. And then they had dogs surrounding the ring. And I don't know if you've ever seen any backstage stuff about that. Bro, they had to the dogs became a problem because they started fighting each other. They were pissing and shitting around the ring. It was a disaster. And the match was atrocious. It was just absolutely awful. 5 stars. Of course.
Chen says 5 stars. What, we talked about the match. Big Boss Man is now the hardcore champion. What did you think of the hardcore title as a whole? The whole concept of the 24-hour rule and being able to, get that match, get the pinfall anywhere in the arena at any time.
Well, this was prior to the 24/7 rule. So, the hardcore matches were, when
did the hardcore rule come into play?
Crash Holly. When Crash Holly won it, he one of the times. I think Crash Holly won it a few times, but one of the times that he won it, he told everybody, "I will defend this title 24/7, anywhere, any place." And then chaos ensued for years. But yeah, this was prior to the 24/7 rule, and even those one of my favorite hardcore matches was Hardcore Holly versus Al Snow at St. Valentine's Day Massacre. They threw each other into the river, and it just went all over the place. Hardcore matches were always, they were not like your typical, hardcore matches nowadays. It's gritty, it's damn near bloody, it's crazy, right? hardcore matches back then weren't as crazy. I mean, they weren't like over the top like that with like blood and thumbtacks and, you know, stuff like that. But there were chairs, tables, barbed wire, you know, and they were sanctioned matches.
Right. Great times, Broderick. Great times.
Yes. Brody is a, for those that don't know Broderick is a humongous Attitude Era fan.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, you didn't know? Yo ass better call. Anyway, Road Dog.
That is the next match. But prior to getting there,
Yeah, sorry, I keep jumping over the segments.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm not going to talk about all of them. But you know, the segment, Stephanie shows up, and then Tess again asks her when she gets out of the car, do you have an answer? And she was like, I guess you'll just have to wait and see. And it's like, man, like how many times do I have to ask you to marry me and you embarrass me on national TV?
Right. Oh man. So we talked about this off air. This was this Chris Jericho's in-ring debut for WWE?
Yes. Yeah, he had he had debuted. And what's crazy is in kind of going back and watching this kind of reminded me, Jericho had Howard Finkel with him.
Oh yes.
And it was funny. Like I didn't think, obviously you don't think about this kind of stuff when you're a kid, but like going back and thinking or like watching it back now, it was so easy to see what WWE was trying to do. WWE was trying to give him his own Ralphus again because he had left WCW and Ralphus, and then he comes in and he's got Howard Finkel. And yeah, Chin is right. It was a test. It was like, can we do this? Can it work?
Yeah. Did the Howard Finkel stuff happen before or after the match? I can't remember.
There was it was after the match. They had some backstage segments, and then at the end of the match, it was funny. They put a table in the ring, and the ref is trying to move around the table instead of like, I mean, if that was, Fountain City Pros senior official Nick Chin would have stopped and broken down the table and moved it out of the ring, not let them wrestle with the table in the ring.
Right.
But it eventually led to Chris Jericho powerbombing Road Dogg through the table and getting a disqualification. Howard Finkel came out because Jericho was trying to hype up Howard Finkel to take out Tony Chimmel because Tony Chimmel took his job, allegedly. So the Fink came out to confront Chimmel, and then Chris Jericho's getting involved, and then Ken Shamrock comes out and Chris Jericho hits him with a chair. And then they come back and they show Jericho and Finkel running, and they jump into a 99 or a 98, some late 90s white Ford Taurus. You get a kick out of that. And Fink couldn't get in, so Jericho drove off without him. And Shamrock grabbed him and called him pissant, and then told him he stunk and asked him if he pooped his pants. And yeah, that was the end of the segment. So
99 Ford Taurus, my first car.
Yes.
So
and you could have been a 98, but it was still a Ford Taurus.
Probably
and
looked exactly like mine.
Immediately thought of you as soon as I saw it.
Yeah. Well, you completely glossed over the fact that Howard Finkel had an Ultimate Warrior-like entrance.
Yes. Yes.
The music, the shaking the ropes, the everything, minus the face paint, obviously, but yeah, I got a kick out of that one. So, speaking of getting the kick, this was set up earlier in the evening, where Shawn Michaels set up this match with Shane McMahon taking on Mankind.
Yeah, this match got crazy.
And it did.
I think this was one of the first times that we heard Mankind say testicular fortitude, and that would be a Mick Foley go-to over and over and over again throughout the years.
Yep.
He tells Shane to get in the ring, and he'll let Shane hit him with the chair. Shane does. Mankind gets up, starts beating him. But then the Mean Street Posse comes out, which two or three guys that I completely forgot about was the Mean Street Posse. Completely forgot about those guys, which is crazy because, I remember a lot of stuff and I remember a lot of stupid details. And as soon as I saw Pete Gas, I was like, good God, I forgot about those guys.
Yep.
Yeah. Of course, this match got crazy because the Main Street Posse came out again. Tess comes out and makes the save. Briscoe and Pat Patterson come out to attack Mankind as well. And then China and Triple H come out. After Mankind gets the double DDT and Mr. Sacco, Triple H and China come out, cost Mankind the match. And Shane McMahon picks up a win on Mankind.
Wild times.
It is. It was definitely wild times. We're going to get into that.
Yeah, speaking of wild times.
Yes. Tori is walking backstage, and a super young Michael Cole runs up to her to talk to her about her evening gown match coming up against Ivory. And she talks about making the rules herself, not following rules, and she strips down almost completely naked. And of course, you see it from the back.
Right.
So then when they come back from commercial break, Ivory heads to the ring for the evening gown match. And then Tori is seen backstage, again, topless from the back, wearing a very thin piece of clothing. And they're begging her to put on clothes. And one of the agents, I forgot who it was, one of the agents took off his white buttoned up shirt and gave it to her. And if I remember correctly, I actually think this is an alternative outfit in WWF No Mercy.
Yeah, I think it is.
Almost positive it is. Which is crazy. So I don't have a whole lot on that. I mean, the match was literally maybe 5 minutes long, if even that. Did see Luna Vachon. I don't know how much Luna Vachon did with WWF at that time.
It was more early to mid 90s. This one's kind of late for her to be in.
Yeah.
I don't know how far into the 2000s she was there, or if at all.
Yeah. That was one of the things that I put on there. So yeah, completely different kind of women's wrestling that you see nowadays, right? It's hallelujah.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. It's weird. I was never really big into that. And regardless of what some old guys in the business say, I happen to be a huge advocate and supporter of women's wrestling. So
1000%.
Absolutely. Here's what's crazy. Lillian Garcia, who also just debuted Monday night, this is her second appearance on TV.
That's crazy.
Yep. She's backstage interviewing Triple H before, and she played up the division between Shawn and Triple H. And Al Snow still looking for Pepper. Test and Stephanie McMahon backstage celebrating with people, which is funny because Test got his ass kicked earlier in the night. And then, obviously we start the match. One thing I did want to point out was Triple H's chain mail shirt or vest that he had made, that he wore for a short period of time there in the 90s. I thought that was very Scott Steiner-like.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, man. So this was for the WWF Championship. You had Triple H with China, with Shane McMahon as the second?
No, he didn't end up being that because Shawn put him as.
That's right. You're right.
He comes out later in the match, but he was not a referee. He was not an official for it. Yeah. The it's crazy because again, this is the first episode, and this felt like a big fight feel. Triple H, The Rock, I mean, this match main evented many pay-per-views, and here we are doing it on live, not live, but here we are doing it on weekly TV. So, they referenced Triple H breaking JR's arm because, kind of going back Monday night, Triple H won that title. That was how he won it, he tricked Mankind into giving him the match by breaking JR's arm. He said, if you don't give me the match, I'm going to break JR's arm. As soon as McFoley agreed to it, he broke JR's arm. 2 times. The Rock had the match won, but China distracted the referee the first time, and then Shane distracted him the second time. China low blows the Rock right in front of Shawn Michaels and gets ejected. Literally, they're outside the ring. He's going to slam Triple H's head on the announcer table, and China comes out of nowhere with the quickest and slickest low blow I've ever seen in my entire life. And then she turns around and Shawn's like, "What are you doing? Get out of here." And, as senior official Nick Chin will tell you, that's an automatic disqualification. I mean,
Thank you.
But maybe Shawn wanted to let the guys, fight it out. I will tell you that this is the birth of the smuggling bananas shorts. Don't Google that.
No.
And also on Shawn's t-shirt, he was wearing a t-shirt to his wrestling school. Funny story. Somebody on this panel got in trouble from their mom because they racked up a pretty high phone bill by calling the 900 number that was on the back of his t-shirt to try and enroll in wrestling school at 10 years old or 11. I was 11. Yeah. I saw that. I literally wrote it down and then called it, and nobody answered because it was 8:00 at night.
Yeah.
Called it again a few days later. Nobody answered because, again, it was at 8:00 at night, and called it again. And yeah, when mom got the phone bill the next month, there was an extra $50 of charges on there for calling that 900 number. So
even if nobody answered, you still got charged for it?
Yeah. You had to agree to the charges before they would.
Shit.
Yeah.
See, I did something similar.
Toll free. 900 was not toll free, bro.
No, because I know this because there was a 1-900-909-9900, the WCW hotline, did the same shit.
Yeah.
Had no idea until later that month. My mom came in with the phone bill.
Yeah.
And me and Gene would even say, "Hey, it's only $5 a minute," or something stupid like that. So.
And you're sitting on hold for 5 minutes.
Yeah, just so I can hear a recording of Hulk Hogan saying something.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Close this out. How does this match end?
Honestly, I'm gonna let you do that.
Yeah. After all the shenanigans, the Rock's finally looks like he's getting the upper hand. It looks like we're going to see another title change in less than a week. Rock bottom, People's Elbow. As the Rock hits the ropes for the People's Elbow, he comes back and Shawn super kicks him out of nowhere. Triple H picks him up, pedigrees him, and 1, 2, 3. And it's funny, we're a little bit over an hour. I'll tell this really quick and then we'll close out. But it's funny because earlier that year, Shawn was still making appearances as the commissioner on TV, and it was right around the Royal Rumble. DX actually pulled one over on him and locked him out of the building, and the corporation came and allegedly slammed him through a windshield. Shawn's body was on the floor. There was blood all over the windshield and everything like that. And then, so when Shawn came back around this time, it looked like Shawn was, anti Triple H, and this was them coming back together. So it was an interesting tale there.
Yep.
But that would be Shawn's last appearance until May of 2000.
This was?
Yep.
I don't think I realized that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it.
That's it.
Triple H retains, and we close out the show.
Close out the show. The very first televised SmackDown, Kemper Arena, which this was the first event in Kemper Arena since Over the Edge that happened earlier in the year with Owen. So
that is correct.
But yeah, so
are we gonna put that one on the run or in the log?
probably not.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for you to be like, I don't know. I was gonna be like, well, probably not.
Probably not.
All right.
But yeah, there you have it. So there will be a lot better. That was a heavy Chase segment. I did not go back and watch this show, so I didn't have a lot of additions to what Chase was saying.
God, Mania, don't fucking don't.
Hey, don't even start.
Yeah, you're killing kayfabe here. Like nobody had to know that you didn't watch it.
I am.
Everybody could just be like, man, Chase really liked this episode of SmackDown.
Yeah. Or Josh is an idiot and has no idea what he's talking about.
Well,
a little bit of both.
That you watched WCW, and anybody who watched WCW into '99, into 2000, shoo, buddy.
I made the jump right after 2000, and it happened right after the Benoit. He won the title, dropped it, went to WWF, and it was right around that time where I started switching over to WWF. So I made it to 2000. So
man, that's rough. So you were there for the NWO Black and Silver?
I was.
Oh,
I made it through the Wolfpack, and then which was pretty good. And then Black and Silver was rough times.
Yeah.
Rough times. So
I assure you, if you go back and watch WCW during that time, black and white versus black and red, it's atrocious, buddy.
It is. It's not good. I know it. I know it's not.
I will tell you what though, man, the little kid in me still pops when Sting does the turn. That was always like the dopest shit to me growing up. Sting coming out with the black and white shirt on, and he hugs Hogan, and then he he pulls him back in because he held his hand and clotheslined him, and then slammed the Giant, and then ripped it off and was wearing black and red. Man, that was cool. But other than that, there wasn't a whole lot. I'll tell you what, Hoodie Howlett put me on early WCW. Because when he was like, hey, go back and watch like early 90s WCW tag team wrestling. So I did. And what's funny is there's a lot of like mid-card guys that were used that were really good at the time.
Yeah.
Like, Steve Williams, Brian Pillman, Rick Martel, just a slew of guys like that were just really good mid-card guys at that time. So yeah. Maybe we'll find a WCW from the early 90s that was in Kansas City.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, we don't have to necessarily. I mean, we are the I-70 hot tag.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We cover the entire area. We can go to Wichita. We can go to Kansas City. We can go to St. Louis. And it's funny you said that because next week, right here, Thursday night, we have another episode of the I-70 hot tag.
3 weeks in a row, man.
3 weeks in a row, and our guest is going to be Mo Sweetness. Going to be a good one. He's a student at the Kansas City Wrestling Academy, and you've seen him in he wrestled in Heartland Championship Wrestling, Central States Wrestling. He's wrestling in December in CSW. Just wrestled in Fountain City Pro.
Yeah.
So so it's gonna be fun. Can't wait to chit chat with him, find out what he's got going on, and then let me turn off the deal here. But you said early 90s WCW. How about WCW Starrcade 1990 from St. Louis, Missouri?
I love it, man. I don't hate it.
We're gonna go back and take a look at that one, and I'm excited for it. So yeah, that's next week.
It is.
And that'll be the last episode of November because the next Thursday is Thanksgiving, and we're not going to have an episode on Thanksgiving. So
absolutely, good call. Good call. Glad you made that decision. So
executive decision, I did. So let's run down some of these upcoming independent shows before we close this out.
Yes. Let's do this really quick. Let's go. Boom. At the XWC in Raytown. November 16th. That is Sunday, guys. KCXW checkpoint. If you guys scan that QR code, you can get tickets. That is where they also train. Storm Warning Live Pro Wrestling, November 22nd at the Martin Community Center will be Show Me States Wrestling. You're going to see guys like the Thoroughbreds, Awesome Moitalo, El Diablo, and of course Tobias Storm and many others, guys. Also looks like there's going to be some live performances there. That's cool. Scan that QR code, get you some tickets if you're in and around Marshall, Missouri. HCW Saturday Night Devastation, Nowhere to Run, November 22nd. That will be in Wichita, I think. Right?
I think it's going to be in Salina, if I'm not mistaken. I think Salina is their next show.
Okay. Perfect. Definitely go check out Heartland Championship Wrestling social media to find out exactly where that is, so I don't speak incorrectly. And then Winter Warfare featuring Hector De Oro. This will be in, where is that?
I think this is in Dodge City. This is Southwest Kansas Independent Lucha Libre Skill.
Gotcha. And they do run out of, but this looks like
you might be right. It might not be Skill.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's Skill posted it, so that we're promoting a different company here, MWF.
There you go, guys. There you go. And then December 13th, CSW presents Winter Warland. They're going to crown a women's champion. You're going to see the besties in the world, Dread Roberts, Dak Draper, Ace Steele, Lucy Mendez, Michael Strider, and Jeremy Wyatt. Saturday, December 13th, Overland Park, Kansas, guys. Glory Pro. Lost in the Lou at the South Broadway Athletic Club in St. Louis, Missouri. Make sure you guys check that out. That is December 21st. We go further after that, or do we stop?
Actually, you went further than I was going to. I was going to go in December, but hey, it's all good.
My bad. All right, guys. Those are all the shows in like the Missouri, Kansas area. Maybe minus that one with Hector De Oro, but still looks cool. Congratulations to whoever made that poster. That looks dope. Josh, do we have anything else we got to cover before we get out of here?
We do not, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in.
We were going to break down SmackDown so we could get out of here in under an hour, and we didn't do the dark matches for that reason. And then here we are. It's almost we're almost at an hour and 30.
Almost an hour and a half.
Yep.
So, wrestling episodes will do that to you.
Yes. Hunter Dillon, appreciate you joining. Nick Chin, Broderick Hall, Dean Houston. Dude, my mouse is like stupid. When I'm scrolling up, my mouse will scroll down. Chris Jacobs from North Carolina. I saw that earlier. That's dope. Brian Ruse, Justin Bundy. Let's go. Alyssa Arthur. AJ Wallace, everybody who joined tonight, we appreciate you guys. Josh, close us out or get us prepared to close out or whatever. I don't know.
We will see you guys next week with Mo Sweetness and WCW Starrcade 1990. Appreciate everybody. And with that, Chase.
My name is Chase Riley, CR Media. This is my co-host, the real Josh Elliott. And as always, until I find a better slogan, good fight and good night.